everyone, it's Marisa from bumblebeeapothecary.com, and today I'm going to show you how I like to cook pork hearts. Okay, some butter. Melt a little bit, and while it's melting,
I'll move this so that it can see the pan a little bit better.
Yeah, it's gonna be yummy.
Okay, so we can probably turn everything off.
I am a fan of organ meats in general, as many of you already know, and I love beef heart. And when I tried pork hearts for the first time, I was pleasantly surprised at how amazingly delicious they are. They have completely different flavor from beef heart. It really reminds you of bacon or ham or something like that. They're so good. So let's jump in and I'm going to show you how I like to make them. The first thing that I'm going to do is to start heating some butter in my cast iron skillet over the stove, over about medium heat, maybe medium high, depending on your stove. And then I'm going to thinly slice some onions and add those to the pan. I'm going to start off with 1/4 cup of butter, and then I'm going to do 1 onion. If you had smaller onions, you could do 2. This is a fairly good sized one, and I need to kind of conserve my onions today, so I'm just going to do 1 big one. So while the onions start to cook, I'm just going to keep an eye on them, adjust the heat if I need to so that they're not cooking too much, but we just want them to start to get nice and soft and translucent. While the onions are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start cutting up the pork hearts. So I have 2 of them here, and sometimes when you get hearts, they've already been sort of cleaned. These ones haven't really. There's still the chambers and everything in there. So I'm just going to start by kind of cutting off the top because there's a lot of stuff that's going to be pretty hard to chew up there, and then just cutting them into small little pieces. And my cat is here. He's excited to eat the scraps that I'm not going to be using, so fed that to him. So just, yeah, cutting out anything that's hard to chew, anything that looks like chambers or that kind of thing, so that you have pretty much just the meat, and then slicing that into little bite-sized pieces. So here, I'm cutting it open again, finding more of the little chamber material that I'll just trim out just because it's harder to chew. Alright, we have 1 cut up, and now we can start in on the second one. Just give the onions a little stir. Okay, so now I have all of the heart cut up, both hearts cut up and trimmed and everything, and they're in nice little bite-sized pieces, so we're going to go ahead and add them to the pan along with the onions. I'm also going to chop up 2 carrots. Now the amount of carrots is very flexible. You can do just 1 carrot if you don't want to end up with a lot of food, or if you want to make this more of a full meal, then you can use a lot of carrots. So I'm just doing this for lunch today, and I don't need a lot of food to end up with, so I'm just going to add 2 carrots. And I'm going to just chop those up into small pieces. then go ahead and just add those. You can also add the carrots earlier on, like when the onions are still cooking. That works too. I'm also going to peel and mince up some garlic cloves. You can do 3 to 4 cloves. These are pretty big cloves that I have here, so I'm just going to do 3. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add these pieces of garlic to the pan. And then at this point, I'm also going to add some salt, just a good generous sprinkle of salt to taste. And then I'm going to add another 1/4 cup of butter. And then I'm going to add just a splash of water, filtered water, and then I'm going to add a lid, and I'm going to let this sit and just kind of cook for 20 minutes. Having the heat on either medium or medium-low, depending on your stove, works well for this step. Okay, so I am back here with the pork hearts. We are finished with the cook time. So now I'm going to add some parsley. So my favorite is chopped fresh parsley, but I don't have any right now, so I'm just going to do dried. Either one works. So I'm just going to sprinkle some parsley on. Just kind of whatever amount seems nice. Stir that around a little bit. Another thing you can do if you don't want as much liquid in it is to finish the cook time on a little bit higher heat to kind of evaporate some of that liquid, but that's optional. And otherwise, it is ready to serve up and enjoy. Okay, so there we go. A really yummy either dinner with some maybe other side dishes, or like we're having it today, just a really nutrient-dense lunch. And there it is. So I hope that you enjoy this recipe. I hope you give it a try, and if you do, let me know how you liked it. Be sure and check out that description box for links to free ebooks and other goodies. I also have some brand new meal plans that I just released, so be sure and check those out down in the description box. If you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with anybody else you think would like a fun new recipe, and if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I get out new videos every week on nourishing recipes and natural living. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.